Look at you. What do you weigh now?
182.
Look at you. What was the most you weighed?
298.
Wow. How was the game at 298, and how is it now at 182?
Well, I'm still getting used to it. You know, it's going to be better. You know, I'm. It's funny. I played a couple of tournaments. You know, when I played in Europe last year, Darren Clark said, "Dang, Daly, I used to walk 40 yards ahead of you. Now you're walking 80 ahead of me." So, a lot more energy, Dan. A lot more. You know, it's making life a lot easier.
Are you hitting it at the same distance that you used to, or further?
About the same.
Oh, okay.
About the same, but I have more stamina and easier to get around the course, which keeps you mentally tougher.
Any negatives to weighing 182 after weighing 298?
No, none at all.
What's the John Daly diet?
I eat a lot of Cliff bars, a lot of power bars. You know, the main thing with the lap band surgery is that you can't drink beer. You can't, if you do it right, don't drink beer, and you don't eat bread. I can eat like a little bit of chips and salsa.
Yeah.
But and you just eat a lot of protein. I take bariatrics is the greatest calcium pill I've ever had, and their vitamins, they're the best. And but I just, you know, when I get hungry, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning, waking up to go to the bathroom or something, if I'm hungry, instead of eating a gallon of ice cream or drinking a gallon of milk with a whole thing of Oreos, I eat a Cliff bar or Power bar.
Wow. But did you get a scare, John?
No, I was with some people down at Bel Air Country Club, Dr. Lowry, probably the first week in February, and I was sitting in a chair, and I bent over to tie my golf shoe, and I raised back up, and I said, "Doc, I got to have a moment here. I got to breathe a little bit to tie the other shoe." And he says, "I got this. I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Tiffany Jesse, and we're going to get this lap band done for you." I said, "I'm in."
Are you still smoking heaters?
I do smoke a lot of cigarettes, yeah.
Yeah. You can't. Can you knock that off too?
Not right now. You know, I don't drink, and you know, so I mean, I got to take it just one step at a time.
You got to have one vice, right?
Got to have one vice, yeah.
He's John Daly joining us, the Dan Patrick Show. Have you reached out to Tiger?
I've let the media know that, you know, I'm open arms and love to talk to him, but I don't want to pressure him or push him. I'm there for him if he needs anything, if he needs to talk or whatever. But I think his best asset right now is his mom. I think she's probably the best advice that anybody could give would be her.
What went through your mind when that story first broke?
I think a little shock, you know, because I never dreamed that was going on or anything, and you know, it's to the point it's really none of my business. I respect Tiger for his golf game, and I always see Tiger as a 13-year-old kid. When I played with him in Texarkana for the Big I Insurance Youth Classic, we were having a Hogan event there, and I got to play with him and meet his mom and dad, and he shot 72. I only beat him by 3 shots.
And he was 13.
13 years old. He could have been on tour when he was 15, probably. But that's what I see Tiger. I see him as a little kid that just impressed the hell out of me back then, just as much as he impresses me now.
The media is captivated by this story, obviously. But what do you think this is going to do? What's the impact on him, the golfer, when this is all said and done?
Well, it's just a tough time for him. You know, he messed up, he screwed up, just face it and move on. But he's got a great coach, he's got a great agent, he's got a greatest caddy, and he's got one of the most wonderful mothers that any son could ever have. That should be his team. That should be Tiger's team, nobody else. And just start practicing, play golf. The sooner he comes out and plays golf and wins again, the better it's going to be for him. You know, I'm worried about the hecklers. You know, you're going to get some of that. But most of the fans want to see Tiger Woods play golf, and you said it best. The media, people should see that athlete as the athlete, not as his personal life. And you said it the other day on your show, and that's the greatest line you could say. Respect him for his ability, what he can do with a golf ball, and not worry about what he does in his personal life, because he's not the only one that's done that in this world. Everybody thinks Tiger Woods is the only one that's done that. Women have done it. Men have done it. It happens. And, I think most of the fans that Tiger has, which is millions, want to go out and watch Tiger play golf.
What do you think about doing an interview with Oprah, sort of coming out, confess your sins, put it out there one time, and then try to move on? Does he owe it to the public?
My personal opinion, because I've always been so straight up with the media, yes. I think he needs to find a writer that he trusts and just open up.
But that's not his style, John.
Yeah, but, his style has to be a little different with the media now. It can't be I never dreamed Tiger did this. I thought, it was golf, 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 be with the kids, be with the wife, do your commercials, golf, 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 win majors. That's the way I perceived him. And I'm still going to perceive him as that. The amazing thing is, doing all this and he still won 14 majors? What's he going to do when he gets it all right? We're in for a killing from this guy.
John, you crammed in an awful lot with 2 majors.
Yeah, but I wasn't disciplined, Dan. I'm from a small town in Arkansas that I taught myself how to play. I broke clubs. I embarrassed myself as a junior, but I didn't know any better. I didn't know what a yardage book was until I got on the Hogan Tour, or actually the South African Tour. I used to write up my own yardage books. I didn't know how to manage my game. I was a field player. I always stepped off from the 100, 150, 200, and I said, okay, it looks like a 6 or 7 iron from there. I didn't know how to do that, and that makes you mentally stronger and tougher when you know your game and you manage it. But I didn't do that. I didn't know how to do it.
But how do you react when people go, you know what, John Daly, of all people, would be a great guy for Tiger to talk to?
Because I've been through what he's going through. I know the embarrassment and the stuff that's happened because of the mistakes I've made.
How much has the tour missed Tiger?
Well, he's missed tremendously. TV ratings are up when he plays. More fans come out. But Tim Finchem said it perfectly. We have 47 tournaments a year. He only plays in 16. We still have 31 sponsors for those other tournaments. The tour's going to be fine, but he brings it to another element. It's 50% of the rating. The ratings go up 50% when he plays. The fans come out more, and the sponsors would die to have Tiger play in their tournament.
Do you think he'll play at Augusta?
I think it depends on if Elin files for divorce. I honestly think if she does, I think he'll play sooner.
Did it affect you when you played, when you're going through a divorce?
Oh, yeah. Dan, in my mind, this is where Tiger's so much better than everybody. He's like the Nicklaus. He's so mentally tough that when he gets inside those ropes, I know no matter what happens to that man, he will concentrate on one thing, and that's golf. I couldn't do it.
What were you thinking?
I'm thinking about, oh, my God, another divorce. I'm thinking about just negative stuff.
Money,
just anything that had to do with money or my wife or ex-wife or whatever, or it's not good when you can't concentrate on what you're supposed to be concentrating on.
Plus, you get out there and you're standing over a putt or getting ready to hit a drive, and then you're thinking about it, and you're thinking, what am I doing out here?
I've never really said that.
Oh.
But, I've said I try to get it out of my mind, but I can't do it. He'll do it. And I got a great doc I talked to, Dr. Shinitsky, who's really helped me over this last year.
Can I pencil you in for a major this year, John?
Well, I know St. Andrews is a place that I love to play, Dan. It's my favorite course in the world, and I've had some success there. So I'm not going to say I'm going to win it, but I'm going to say I feel good about it. I'm going to be ready.
Will they let you wear those pants at St. Andrews?
Yeah, I wore them last year.
Okay.
Wore them this year, actually.
What about Augusta?
I think if you look back in the day of Augusta, I've seen some pretty loud stuff out there.
But those weren't considered loud back in the 70s, John.
Well, I don't think the Masters are going to have a problem me wearing my pants if I get in, but I've got a long way to go before I get in there.
Well, it's good to visit with you, and I'm glad that you're feeling better and you're healthy, and look forward to seeing you play.
Thanks, Dan. You have a good Christmas and holidays and all that.
Thank you, buddy. You too.